Welcome to the Jill on Money podcast. It is Thursday, October 14th. Yesterday, I was very excited to finally get on the air to talk about something that I've been diving deep into, about this idea of the Great Resignation or the Big Quit. I like how I think the Financial Times has been calling it the Big Quit. But basically, the idea that the pandemic, it's just so unique and weird, this whole situation, this last 18, 19 months, that it's really done something completely strange to the United States labor force. And we're all using this experience, and I think contemplating our work lives very differently. And it is causing many people to step out of the labor force, other people to step in, do different things. And so I went on CBS Mornings to discuss this. Here is my segment on CBS Mornings about the Great Resignation.
Now, it's not only truck drivers who are in short supply. Many businesses are suffering from a major shortage of workers. A record-breaking 4.3 million Americans quit in August. That's the highest number ever recorded. And with the 10.4 million jobs open, employers are scrambling to find help. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger joins us right now. Jill, the supply chain issues are causing major headaches for consumers. How long is this going to last?
Well, I think, unfortunately, these logistical logjams, shortage of base materials and goods, it's going to persist, and definitely through the holiday season, probably well into 2022, according to the economists that I've been talking to. So also probably going to see higher prices persist right through the beginning of next year, probably through the end of the first quarter.
Can we talk about this Great Resignation as being called? Why are so many people walking away from good-paying jobs?
Are they just unhappy with their jobs?
I think what has happened in the last 19 months has done something seismic to the labor force. One economist said to me, it is as if all of us went into a 19-month meditation about our lives, our families, and our work. This is causing changes up and down the income stream. Low-pay workers may say, I'm not going to take that bad job with no benefits and erratic hours. Some of the frontline workers completely burned out. They may retire early, go a different direction. There are also those folks who are basically saying, I learned a lot about myself, my family. I want a better work-life balance, and I've got to figure out how to do that. What's really clear to me is this will persist, and it is something that is staying in this labor force for a while.
I'm hearing about this more and more, people doing a lot of self-reflection about what really matters to them. What should people do if they're thinking about quitting their job? What should they do? What should they know?
Well, if you have your health coverage through your employer, which, more than 150 million Americans do, you should book those MD appointments, get that stuff scheduled and do it. But while you're at it, before you leave, why not look at what you have in terms of benefits? Explore your health care coverage. What would you do if you lost that coverage? Should you go on the Affordable Care Act? It's a lot more affordable through the end of next year because of stimulus measures. Should you go on COBRA? It can be really expensive. The next level, look at your life, your disability insurance coverage. Can you take it with you? Your retirement plan. Don't just blow out of that retirement plan and take the money. There's a huge tax event when you do that. And I think what's very important, if you're considering leaving, stockpile some cash. Yeah. And the reason is you don't know how long you're going to be out of the marketplace. I don't want you to stay out too long because you can get rusty skills. But cash is really going to help you get through any transition.
They always say cash is king, but I keep hearing employees have the leverage here because companies have seen people want to work the hybrid model. Do they have the leverage that we keep hearing that they do?
The model has flipped dramatically. And I'm going to tell you something. This is the time to figure out what is important to you. Is it pay? If it's pay, go do research, see what's out there. Go back to your boss, say, I want a higher salary. If that boss is not willing to pay you more, maybe a one-time bonus, maybe extra vacation, maybe benefits. If you want flexibility, go for it right now. Tell your boss, I was productive, I can be productive, I've proven it, and get the deal that you want. Right now, the time is not.
This is highly motivational. I want you going in there. Can you take the meetings for people?
Well, I'll be talking to your agents after this.
You also have to know how much the company is making. Yeah.
Well, you've got to know if the company is in a place to be able to give that to you. And if not, maybe it is time to leave.
Well, that was the segment. One thing that I think is kind of interesting about this strange split with millions of people that are out of work and millions of job openings. One economist described the job market like this. This person said, imagine if half of the population got divorced at the exact same time. And there are probably a lot of great matches out there, but the process of finding the right person is going to take some time. In other words, it's going to take a while for workers and employees to hook up. There's a lot of swiping going on. So this labor bottleneck is likely to persist probably through the end of the year, but it's also going to probably turn into something different. We're living this in real time, and so it's hard to understand how this is going to land. But what I do think is that organizations that are treating this period as business as usual, I think that that's a real wrong-headed interpretation of what's just gone on. So we'd like to hear from you always with your input and maybe what have you done differently and how you're approaching going back to work. Is it business as usual for you? I doubt it, but I want to hear from you. So hop onto the website, JillOnMoney.com, click the contact button. Tell us what's going on. What's your going back to work period been like? Have you physically gone into the office? Are you going in a couple days a week? We're going to continue to work remotely, me and Mark. That's what I can tell you. Do me a favor, lift somebody up today. And don't forget, we live by this mantra here at Jill on Money: grit, growth, grace. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.